Alright, so I'm pissed off. It's Christmas Eve. I sneak over to the shop to take care of a few things, feed the dog. Oops, sorry. And I get a call from a customer who picked up their car a week ago. Picked up their car a week ago. So what had happened was, it was a C-Class. Had a noise, had a problem, had a leak, had this and that. And it turned out to be the axle was bad, amongst other things. And I gave her a price and everything, which was like $1,000 for what was $1,400 worth of repairs. And that's gas station pricing, right? She said to do it, or whatever. We get under the car a little bit, and we find out that the axle broke the oil pan. Now, the bearing sits in the oil pan, and there's aluminum around it to retain the bearing with a C-clip. Well, apparently, they did something, because the car was a little damaged underneath also, so they did something to cause that axle bearing to break the retaining aluminum around it. So therefore, I had to do an oil pan. Now, an oil pan on that car is 2 days of work. I kind of screwed up, or my guy screwed up and made it out to be a little less worse than it was. But what I did for them, and this is what I do for people, is, you know what? We didn't tell you about it. I know I'm not responsible for it. I should charge you full boat, but I'm a nice guy. I'm going to charge you shop time to do that work. Now, when I say shop time, I mean what it costs the shop to pay for your job. Which is stupid. It's not a good business move. It really isn't. But, you know, it keeps people who respect it realizing how good of a guy I am and good of a mechanic I am. But then there are other people, like these people, who don't give a shit about anything except what comes out of their pocket. They don't understand what it costs to run a business. They don't understand what it costs for me to actually bring to the table the kind of work and effort I do. They don't understand it's over $40,000 a month to pay my bills. They don't understand I have guys making big money fixing their cars. They don't give a rat's ass. It's me. They care about me. And I hate that. I get a lot of 9-to-5ers normally who don't give a shit about the small businessman. Shut a bottle of water. And what they do is, they just look at what's coming out of their pocket. They make sure they're getting more than their money's worth. And if you're not making money off the job, they don't give a shit, as long as they get what they want. So, a week ago I did the job. They paid me the money. See you later, goodbye. And when they paid, of course, the other son had to come in and pay me, you know, and there was a question like, you know, why am I paying you or something? You know, like, why is it so much? And I laughed at him. I said, do you realize what we did on this vehicle? And I showed him a video, because that's what I do now. I video everything. This way, when someone doesn't believe me, because I feel like I'm on trial just because I'm a mechanic, they think I'm out to get them. I have too much pride to screw people. I will never screw anybody, because it gives me the handle I need to put on them to throw them right out the door. And I love getting rid of people who are scumbags like this, because now they have to go out in the world of mechanics that do screw people, dealerships that charge too much money, and now they're screwed. They don't have my services anymore, and screw them. But anyway, the husband calls me this morning as I'm passing through the shop. Hey, you know, blah, blah, blah. I go, whoa, what do we got? I got red fluid, transmission fluids leaking all over my driveway. It's something you guys did. I go, whoa. I said, maybe it is. If it is, I'll pay for everything. I'll pick up the car, pay the toll, I'll take care of it, I'll make it right. I said, but if it's not something we did, it's not something we did. Oh, no, it's something you did, all right. I go, well, you don't know that until I'm looking for a place that I got to go to. You don't know that until we look at it and we find out that is the problem in question. I said, look, let me get the car, let me look at it. Wednesday morning, I'll send a guy there, whatever. So he still argued a little bit, but he tapered down, he understood and listened to reason. We hung up the phone, we were done. Then his wife calls up, hey Steve, I know I'm a woman. Now, what that means when a woman says that, it means that she thinks I'm a chauvinistic pig who is treating her differently because she's a woman. Let me tell you something about men and women. I respect them both I respect them both equally because I've had women that were bosses that were great bosses. I know women that are intelligent, and this whole bullshit that women get paid less and all of this shit that we're seeing on today's media is a crock of crap. This feministic leftist crap about, oh, I'm a woman, so you treat me differently. Never, you know what? Women are even more keen and smarter sometimes. So you got to be on point with a lot of women, and they'll know their car. When a woman comes into you and says, oh, my car's doing this, believe her, because the car is doing that. It's that simple. You know, I've been doing this long enough, and I hate that I'm a woman crap, because now all of a sudden you're accusing me of being something I'm not, and you're starting the conversation off with somebody who's not even in the room. So I said, that has nothing to do with anything. I said, but we didn't do anything in the area of the transmission. Oh, yes, you did. You showed me the part. It was a transmission pan. I said, well, no, I didn't show you transmission pan. I showed you an oil pan because it was the oil pan that we changed. Subframe down, everything. So she's arguing with me now, calling me a liar, telling me I fixed the transmission. Now, anybody knows anything knows an 08C 300, the shaft goes through the oil pan to the other side, these CV axles, and they don't go into the transmission. But the transmission and oil pan are like right next to each other, but the two separate entities. So I said, look, you left here almost a week ago. You could have hit something in the road. I don't know. I said, but if it's me, I'll fix it. Screaming, yelling, cursing. I'm this, I'm that. And here I am, a guy who did $3,400 worth of repairs for $2,000. $3,400 for $2,000. And they're also a person that knows I exist and have used me before, but they chose to go to the dealer for that ass kissing in that loaner car and that free bottle of water with their name on it. So already I'm like, I'm their bitch. I'm secondary to them. So Wednesday's the day. Now it's Christmas Eve. I have to deal with this headache Christmas Eve. Wednesday morning, we're going to find out what happened. And it's funny because I left, the phone was ringing again. They wanted to argue more. And I hate that. I hate ignorance. And this is what I see with Jordan Peterson, with Ben Shapiro, so many people who are on the right side of center, not so much, not alt, but on the right side. I see whenever there's a leftist right thing going on, or even a leftist middle, because you know what it is? It's the left versus the rest of the world. It's not the left and the center against center to right. It's the left and then everybody else. And because they're stupider, if that's a word, dumber, more idiotic, they're louder. Because that's what happens with an argument. When you're dumb and you're wrong and you're stupid, you get louder and you point out other stupidity to try and veer away from the actual answer of the solution. So the problem these guys have, the Jordan Peterson, phenomenal man. Ben Shapiro, I call him a machine gun. I love how he's full of fact and he hits people. But I watch how these people react to them. And the problem is, they're fighting fights with people that are made out of rubber that you can't penetrate and get to get a point across. And you know what's funny? I'm using the word fight when it's actually an argument, a debate, but it becomes a fight because that's the idiot. That's the ideology they're against. So what happens with an argument is you got this leftist person you're dealing with, this ignorant, stupid person. Because everybody far left is ignorant and stupid. There's no doubt about it. There's nobody who has intelligence over there. Yeah, maybe they're book smart, but they're just stupid. Anybody who's far left is a dumbass. And look, alt-right, I'm not into that shit either. Look, I'm kind of like, I'm off-center to the right, I guess, if you want to call me by that bullshit terminology. But the fact of the matter is, I watch these debates, I watch these arguments. What often happens with a leftist TV show is they make sure they have their audience and more people on the board to fight the person on the right. This way they have less of a chance to gain ground. And I just watched that Trevor, what's that asshole racist idiot comedian? Trevor something. Anyway, this Tommy, this blonde girl, first time I've ever seen her in my life, and I guess she's a pretty little blonde girl, and she's off-center to the right views, so she becomes famous or whatever. She was on his show, and they talked about the Black Lives Matter movement. And I gotta say, I wish I was there with her to help her, because I saw her kick his ass, is what I saw. Because I watched the video through the proper eyes. But the fact of the matter is, if you ask Trevor and his people, he came out on top because he stood up for Black Lives Matter, which is bullshit. It's a racist venue. It's horrible. It's bad. It's wrong. And anybody who knows shit knows it is. It's leftist. All the way over there to the left. All the way over. So, with that being said, anytime the ball is in the court of the leftist person, they make sure they're surrounded by people who can be louder than the person to the right. Because it's the only way they can look like they won. But if you really listen to what gets said and what goes on in any of those arguments, you realize who the real winner is. But because they have their audience cheering with a button that says cheer and applause, like Trevor, whatever the hell his idiotic name is. He's like a black guy that has some white in him, and he's got an English accent, and he's just not funny. I haven't watched him enough, because every time I just watch his dribble, and I just get lost in it. He's so programmed by his people who tell him what to do all day, for whatever that means. But anyway, look, I gotta go. I got shit to do. So I don't know if anybody understood what the hell I just said. I'm just really pissed off and wanted to vent. And we're going to find out what happens with this car on Wednesday. And I think I should make a sequel and do an in-office, because they're banned from my shop now. They lost their privileges. So I don't mind blasting them on YouTube. Legally, of course. And any idiot out there who starts telling me about the law on what I can and can't do on YouTube, kiss my ass. I love it when people say, that's illegal. You can't do that. Yup, you shouldn't have did that. You should. Go horse. It's not. Anyway. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, whatever the hell you want to call it. Have a good one.